Here's key number 7. Number 7 is anticipate problems. Anticipate them. Be ready for them in advance. Does that mean you should walk around looking for problems, expecting them? No. You want to expect the best and plan for the worst. If there's anything I've learned being in business, and business is a great microcosm for life because it magnifies things. You get feedback a lot quicker. And fortunately, I've learned how to really succeed in there. But what I've really learned is I can't just solve problems. If we're really going to be effective, got to anticipate them. Now, not being negative, not being wrong, just saying, what could possibly be screwed up here? What could probably get messed up? If something was going to get screwed up, what would most likely go out? And how can we deal in advance so it never even has to happen? See, what you're really doing is you're anticipating what a problem is for a few moments and then coming up with a bunch of solutions before it happens. See, then you can have a lot less problems. Are you going to rid yourself of them completely? Of course not. But you can limit the number of them and hopefully get to the point where you get a better quality of problem, which is one of our goals, to increase the quality of the problems, not to get rid of them, so that we're constantly expanding, so that we can deal with almost anything that used to drive us nuts. Now it's easy to do. Now we've got the muscle to handle that easily. We just want to keep expanding. The bottom line is I've got a strategy that's worked really well in my business. And if we had it 3 years ago, I wouldn't have had this $190,000 learning experience. And that is this. We had back then challenges, things that we knew could come up, and we had a plan to deal with them. But what we didn't have was several plans. What do I mean by this? Well, in my companies, we have a set of what we call organizing principles. What they are strategies that help us to eliminate most of the problems we used to have to deal with. In fact, having these strategies today have turned us around. It took us from the things that happened 3 years ago, where we were almost bankrupt, into the largest personal development firm of its type in the United States today. We went from being in the hole to a company that do almost $50 million in sales. That kind of turnaround happens because you have strategies that make sense. And I'll tell you the critical strategy, and it's the same as number 7 here. We look at in advance, what are some of the challenges that could possibly come up? Let's be positive, but let's also be real. And as we do that, we say, okay, what's our plan for handling it if it comes up? We don't stop there, though. We say, if that plan doesn't work, what's our backup plan to it? And then we say, if that backup plan didn't work, what would be our third backup plan? Because you know something? I don't care how positive you and I are going to be. There are going to be times when your plans, your best laid plans, aren't going to work. So you got to have a backup plan. And there are going to be times when that falls through also. If you got 3 backup plans, you're on track. And I'll tell you, I learned this from a very, very successful businessman. And his attitude was, listen, you need at least 3 check and balance systems. He's in our country, we're supposed to have 3, and it doesn't seem to be quite enough. If you could get 4, that'd be even better. So I think this is a critical strategy for handling problems. Anticipate them in advance and have 2 or 3 backup plans, solutions, so that if one fails, there's one right behind it to step in and solve things for you. Again, if you do this, you're going to find you're going to eliminate most of the problems that you've been dealing with up until now.